Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Betty and I'm the witch from the north. Today's video is a topic that I wanted to discuss with you guys for a long time now. So I figured what better way to talk about it than to make a video. And that way I can answer all of the questions that I've been getting and talk about my experience. So without further ado, if you haven't already, make sure you grab some tea, light a candle and some incense, and get nice and cozy. I loved having shaved hair, honestly. I thought I looked badass. I felt empowered. And I really loved the experience overall. I would definitely recommend it to anyone who is looking to shave their hair. So one of the reasons I decided to make this video, not only to document my experience, was because in the last year, I've gotten a lot of questions regarding why I shaved my hair, what were the pros and cons, my experience, and then after when I decided to let it start growing out again. And just kind of the process that I went through. You know, you have those like Facebook memories 1 year ago today, or however many years ago today. It was pretty crazy to see that it had been that long, because it felt like, one, it had been much longer since it happened, but two, it felt like yesterday, if that makes any sense. Definitely comment below if you've ever felt that before, about a certain situation or something that's happened in your life. So yeah, 4 to 5 years ago, I had really long hair, and that was around that time is when I started to just kind of want to really experiment with my hair and just try different things. And this is not when I shaved my hair, obviously, because it's only been a year, but I did go quite short. And I'll put a comparison up of what I did when I did have hair down here, and then when I went to go cut it a few days later, and it was like buzzed on the sides, and I had sort of like a faux hawk on top, and I fell in love with short hair. But I went through a process over the last 4 or 5 years of just playing with different hairstyles and trying different things, and I let my hair grow out a little bit and had it shaved underneath, and then finally last year I saw all of these women popping up in my news feeds and social media, of this like empowering movement where these women were just saying, you know what, like, I reject your social standards and your beauty standards and what you say women have to look like in order to be beautiful, or that you have to have hair, which is silly to some people, but it's a thing, especially in marketing and social media. It was huge to me, and I thought it was so amazing that these women were being so badass and so brave and just saying, you know what, fuck it, like, and shaving their hair. And I talked to my husband a lot about doing it and wanted to do it for so long prior to actually doing it. And it was funny because I didn't tell anybody I was going to do it, and I was just going to trim up the sides, because at the time I had short sides, kind of like what I do now, and I was just going to trim it up the sides, and then I just said fuck it, and I shaved it right down the middle. And it was terrifying. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, it was terrifying. It's like a security blanket almost, where you can use it to play with your identity or to hide behind it. You have to be prepared to hear unsolicited comments and unsolicited hate from people because of the fact that you're being so bold to go outside of the norm, and that you're doing something that's different, that scares people. My experience during having short or buzzed hair also opened my eyes up to so much. But I definitely would say that I went through a lot of growth and an awakening when I decided to just face my fear and do it. There was something so empowering and just releasing of all of it that you hold on to for so long, and how you let other people mold who you become and the decisions that you make, and how you look and how you think and how you act. And it was that act of shaving my hair was like the release of all of it. It makes you really reevaluate your standard of beauty and your the importance that you put on your looks and your outward appearance. If you're thinking about it and if you have thought about it for a long time and you feel like you really want to do it, but you're scared of what people will think, maybe you won't like it, maybe you'll look bad. Think about those things and really look at them and reflect on them. Is it because those feelings have been influenced by some external force, which was my case? So if you're thinking about shaving your head, but you've been kind of on the fence, you're not really sure if you want to, or maybe you were scared to do it, and you've been contemplating for a while, here are my 4 reasons why I believe every woman should shave her hair at least once in her lifetime. So the first thing, of course, is maintenance. It's super easy having a shaved head. You literally don't have to do anything. You hop in the shower, you wash your hair, you get out, you're done. There's no styling, there's no drying, there's no worrying about having a bad hair day. It's super easy to maintain. Um, so that was the biggest thing that I realized after shaving my head was how easy it was, and how much less I used with my hair, which leads into my second reason, which is cost. You don't have to buy anything for your hair unless you want to dye it a bunch of funky colors or something along those lines. You literally just have to buy shampoo and maybe conditioner. And aside from having to buy those two things, they'll last you, you know, 4 times as long because you literally have no hair. um, so you're not going to use as much shampoo and conditioner. You're not going to use any hair products because you don't have any hair to use them on in the first place. Maybe like a hair mask every once in a while, but the amount of money that you're going to spend on hair products is going to be much less. Which then leads me into my third reason why I believe every girl should shave her hair at least once in her lifetime, and that is starting with a blank slate. For me and my experience leading up to shaving my head, you know that I had a lot of damage in my hair. And I was experiencing a lot of hormonal changes, so my hair was changing. So shaving my head was one of the quickest and easiest ways to just start from a blank slate. I had, um, it would grow back virgin so it wouldn't be dyed. There'd be no damage from previous hair um, treatments or heat or styling products or anything like that. It was just a blank slate and it could regrow back healthy. And for the first few months, I actually did use a product on my hair, in which you can use any product that you want, but it was like a scalp serum to help with the regrowth of my hair and making it grow back healthier. So I can definitely link that below if you guys are interested in learning about that. But yeah, the third reason, having a blank slate to work with, especially if you're somebody who likes to experiment with your hair during the regrowth process, you're able to do that because you have that blank slate to start with. So that was nice, and that's exactly what I did. I kept my hair short for the first 3, 4 months, maybe a little bit longer, and then during the regrowth process, I was able to experiment with different styles, which I loved and I found super fun. So that's a big pro or benefit to shaving your head. And my last one, which is the big one, which is one of the reasons why I would highly encourage anyone, and if it was the only reason, I would still say do it, to shave your hair. And that's the amount of female empowerment that you experience when you shave your head, and the liberation, the feeling of being liberated is they both go hand in hand. But that would be, if I only had one reason, that would be my main reason to do it. That feeling of attracting positive energy and that sisterhood that you automatically get of women who are behind you, cheering you on because you're rejecting those social beauty norms that are set forth by marketing and the TV and beauty industries. So that was the biggest thing for me. So those are my 4 reasons that I think every woman should shave her hair at least once in her lifetime. All right, guys, so that's everything for today. Thank you so much for tuning in on my update 1 year later after shaving my hair, and listening to my experience leading up to and why I did shave my hair, as well as my 4 reasons why I believe every woman should shave her hair at least once in her lifetime. If you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more content from me, please subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell to be notified when I upload next. If you have any comments or questions, leave them down below. And until next time, blessed be.